Good morning, everyone. We're back with more Barnstable this morning. I'm Sarah Colvin, and joining me live in studio, our Superintendent of Schools, Meg Mayo-Brown. Meg, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. Another week begins and getting closer to the start of school.
That's right.
Very exciting times. But I wanted to talk, we discussed a very interesting idea at the most recent school committee meeting, and that was the concept of a teacher's cabinet, something that you've done in previous schools. Tell me a little bit about what this all means.
Right. So a teacher's cabinet is an opportunity for teachers to speak directly to me. And I think, given the complexity of a school district, there are multiple layers. There are a number of employees, 5,000 students. Given all that, it's great to hear directly from teachers in terms of what are the challenges that they're facing that we could address, or what are the opportunities, what are the successes, and that's not to diminish the role of school building principals, because certainly we need that system in place, that organizational system, but there are times when it's great to hear directly from teachers. And there's again a lot of research out that says that when teachers have input in decision making, when their voice is heard, it's better for all.
Absolutely, and I think even just the feeling of empowerment to know that they whether or not the decisions are followed, just to know that they have that seat at the table and that they are being listened to gives that sense of empowerment.
That's right, and that's something that I did along in partnership with the Fall River Teachers Association president, something that we launched together a few years ago. And the Teachers Association really took the responsibility for determining how teachers were elected to the Teachers Cabinet. And then we met on a monthly basis. There was a clear agenda. The Teachers Association president sort of set the tone by saying, if you're going to bring problems forward, bring solutions, and let's have a solution-oriented conversation. And so we were recognized both at the state level and the national level for having this kind of collaboration with the Teachers Association. So I'm so excited to be able to do it in Barnstable. I've spoken with Brooke, who leads the Teachers Association. She said, sounds like a great idea. So we're looking forward to launching it. And again, the teachers really determine what the agenda of those meetings are, and we go from there.
Great. So how is it made up? Is there one representative from each school? Talk to me a little bit about the makeup of the teachers.
So again, in Fall River there are 17 schools, so we had one from each school and then 2 from the high school. I think given the size of Barnstable, we could probably have 2 from each school. And then maybe a larger representation from the high school, but it really depends upon how, in terms of what the teachers feel would be the best representation. And then again, in terms of how teachers are selected for the opportunity, that's really governed by the Teachers Association.
Absolutely, and I'm sure time commitment, et cetera, willingness, but again, just having that line of communication, the extra way to communicate. And I love the idea of bringing forth solutions. I think so often it's easy to complain, right, about everything that perhaps is not meeting your satisfaction, but it's another thing entirely to come up with those solutions and to really have a productive conversation.
Right. I can tell you again from experience, some of the things that teachers brought forward were, for example, the kindergarten curriculum, feeling that we launched into academics too quickly. They asked that we consider really devoting the first 6 weeks of kindergarten to, getting students ready for school, things of that nature, less of an emphasis on academics. And, again, hearing that directly from teachers said, yeah, that makes complete sense, let's do that. So we restructured the curriculum in that way. Another problem they brought forward was in Fall River, the report card system was on a quarterly basis, and teachers came forward and said, we feel that's not enough time to be able to assess our students that quickly in 9 weeks to give a grade. We'd rather move to a trimester system, and I know that's the system in Barnstable, but again, without hearing directly from teachers, I'm not so sure that we would have known that impacted them in that way.
Sure. So it almost seems like you're getting an even closer view into the classroom. I think that, as administrators, you try and spend as much time as you possibly can kind of learning about what's going on in the classroom, but really the teachers are the ones that are there all the time, and they're the ones that are implementing the policies. And if they see things that aren't working for the students, then it's great for them to be able to report that back to you.
That's exactly right. And I think teachers have the hardest job in the world. And again, we want to hear from them as often as we can and really, clear the way way so that they can do the work that they're so passionate about doing in terms of working with our students.
Absolutely. So how about connecting the students as well? I mean, in terms of, is there an opportunity for interaction with the teachers who are part of this teachers cabinet and the students that are part of the school?
We had just started to delve into that, to how we could now include student voice along with teacher voice. So again, I think there are opportunities in working with, certainly at the high school level, working with the student council, certainly the youth commission. I mean, there's a variety of ways to tap into student voice, and we look forward to doing that as well.
Wonderful. So teachers cabinet, is this something that's definitely going to happen here in Barnstable, or is still kind of waiting for approval in the school committee?
No, we're going to move forward with it, and
Excellent.
I think in September you'll see us launch it. And just, again, it's different than there are certainly committees specific to the teachers union. There's our labor management that, their role may be, negotiations for a new contract. I just want to be clear that this is outside of any of that. It's totally devoted to teaching and learning, and again, how we can learn directly from teachers and hear their voice around how we can really improve and provide them with whatever they need to, again, work with our students.
Great. So we're looking at, what, three and a half weeks before the start of school, before school opens?
That's right. August 31st, we welcome back over 5,000 students. So this week, we're Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have a Leadership Institute with all of our building administrators and district leaders. We'll establish district priorities, align school improvement plans to those priorities. We'll report all that out to the school committee at their September meeting. And then the following week, we have new teacher orientation, which is very exciting to welcome new teachers into the school district, and then we're off and running.
Great. Will you be going on tour, if you will, to kind of meet all of the students in the student body for the coming school year?
Absolutely. I plan to spend a lot of time in schools, in classrooms. That's my favorite part of the job, and look forward to doing that.
Wonderful. Well, Meg, thank you so much for coming in and joining us, and we will catch up with you again soon.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so much. Meg Mayo-Brown, of course, is our superintendent of schools. August 31st is the first day of school.
That's right. Just around
Unbelievable.
the corner.
Can't believe it. Well, I know one person in this room that's excited about that. We'll be back with more Barnstable this morning. I'm Sarah Coleman.